Hey, excuse me.
Yes.
Are you guys residents here?
Yes.
Okay. What's the unit number?
What is the unit? 115.
115. And what's the street?
I want to say Allagash.
What's your name?
Stefan.
Okay.
Alright, man. So we in here, man. So my boy D, what's good with you, man?
So
We in here chilling, man. You know what I'm saying? Another day. February the 27th.
Yeah, 27.
So it's 2/7/2023, February. I got my boy, you know what I'm saying? Got my boy Darrius, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes he go by D. You know, sometimes you can tell him your rank. He also, you know, is serving the country.
Yeah.
As well. The country serving him.
Something like that. Yeah. Something like that. Yeah, I try to going through my resume, man, it's a mouthful, so I just try to keep it modest. But
yes, that's the best way to be. I'm glad he said keep it modest, you know what I'm saying? Because first of all, I just want to say thank you, you know what I'm saying, for being here, gracing me with your time, your presence, bro, and your energy, bro, because time is what?
Money.
And you know what I'm saying, what's more valuable than money?
Shoot, our time.
Our time, you know what I'm saying, that's real. So this is episode 1 of Impossible, the Impossible Podcast, you know what I'm saying? We Xing out the M. It's the Possible Podcast.
Let you know that anything is possible as long as you put your mind to it and you do the work. Anything you want will happen.
Anything you want will happen. So basically, man, we decided to make this podcast for people with a dream, for people in poverty, for people who don't have the opportunities, and things like that, and people who, you know, think beyond the surface of the firmament. You know what I'm saying? So thank you for your time, bro.
Oh, likewise, brother. Yeah. You as well.
For sure.
Shoot, I'm not here by myself, so hey, same thing for you, man. You know, I always, you know, you like a brother to me.
Thank you,
We've known each other for a long time, and it's always a good time when brothers can sit around and have a talk like this, and you know, just be real, be open. You know, as men, we don't really tap into our emotions a lot, and we don't have to be emotional, but that don't mean that problems aren't still happening and it's not things that's going on in our life. So
come on, man.
Hey,
that's a fact.
Just be able to have an open space is healthy.
That's right. And you know, the thing is, when you do stuff out your comfort zone, sometimes you might feel a little, you know, it might be a little awkward, it might be a little intimidating, but like, as long as you start, man, I think that's the biggest thing. This is long overdue, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people's dreams are long overdue, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, long overdue, 1 day too short. I mean, 1 penny short, you know what the phrase is, $1 short, day too late. Good. Yeah. So, but the thing is, the message we want to get at is, you know, anything that you have that you want to do, chase it.
Chase it.
I mean, at the end of the day, we only got one life to live, and you're gonna spend your life doing something anyway. Why not spend it chasing your dreams?
That's right. And I'm gonna touch on that. He said, chase. You know, whatever you want to do, chase it. See, the thing is, most of the time, for us, we chase things with the expectation of a reward at the end, you know, and it's like, of course, it's like you tell me all the time, like, when you're chasing something, you know, enjoy the process of chasing it. That is a reward too,
right?
You know, because like at the end of the day, when you finally get whatever you're chasing, you know, you might be so focused on getting it. When you finally get it, you didn't even recollect on like all those good moments and the good and the bad to get there.
Right.
You feel me?
All the lessons that you missed, or well, either way, through the journey, you're gonna go through those lessons anyway.
Come on.
It's just, did you learn from it or not?
Come on, man.
So
come on.
I think that's another big problem in our time today is like instant gratification. People forget about the journey, they forget about the process. They don't realize that you know, it's a process. It's not an overnight success. Everybody who appears to be really isn't. It's just consistent actions that they've done every day that has gotten them to where they are.
So let me ask you this question, D. You touched on a great thing. So what is success to you?
So success is, I mean, we all have our different definitions, but to me, success is just being happy.
That's right.
At the end of the day, keep it simple. Like, just being happy. And what happiness looks like to me is not having to worry about my finances, not having to live paycheck to paycheck, not having to worry about if I want to go and take a trip somewhere, I know I can do it. Not saying that I'm doing it just because I can, but
right.
I have the means to do it.
Yeah.
Right? And then also just, you know, having the ability to be able to have the people that I love around me, have the freedom of my time, freedom of my efforts, and also being able to employ others and make, you know, enhance the people's lives that are around me and attached to me or whatever the case. It doesn't even have to be me, but it's just being able to be in a position to help others and then, just have the freedom to do so. So that's what success and happiness looks like for me.
Right. So we just gonna backtrack real quick. So we're gonna put this, whoever editing this video, shout out to the editor. We're gonna drop that at the end.
Yeah.
But also shout out to the all white G Fazos that he got on right now, because that's for the culture. But happiness, like he said, for him is being able to take his time and do the things that he wants to do with his time, right? A lot of us are upset because we work in these jobs that are taking away our time from our families, from ourselves. Like, we feel like you're literally wasting your life and your time because you're doing something that's not even in your purpose, you feel me? Mm-hmm. So a little advice from both of us is, man, whatever you're chasing, you're gonna have to sacrifice that time when you're not at that job, or when you're tired, or when you don't want to do something to clean the house. You feel me? Or do something that you have to do that you might not want to do because it's gonna pay off in in the long run. So that is happiness. So happiness is being, for Darrius and along with myself and a lot of other people, there's no definition of success, but success usually to most Americans or people is to be able to do whatever you want with your time. Because whenever you're free, you usually spend it doing things that make you happy. You feel me? So I'm glad he touched on that too, D. And once again, like, shout out to what you were saying about helping people. You know what I'm saying? Like, what is success without helping people along the way? You know? I
mean, it's a lonely home. It's a lonely mansion. Mm-hmm. I mean, J. Cole said it. He said, I want a house with people. Be in a house with people that love me dearly.
That's right. Shout out J. Cole, North Carolina. We're a North Carolina podcast. Just want to throw that in there.
Located in North Carolina right now, just in case that wasn't obvious. Anyway, it's just like being around people that, like, and it don't always have to be family, but just being around people that love you dearly. And those people who are going to surround you are people who, 9 times out of 10, are people that you help, you enhance their life, or they've been with you from the start.
That's right.
So, I mean, with that, I got to ask you the same question. I don't want to steal the thunder. Like, what is success to you?
Drop that thunder sound, but success to me, bro, is accomplishments. Yeah. Like you said, whatever that may be. So, like, right now we're doing something that, for a long time I wanted to do, which was, I went to school for communications, to be able to have a podcast, So thank you for that, bro. Thank you for and believing in me, bro, to help me manifest something that can become a reality, Absolutely. So I'm like you. I feel like we're one and the same. Success for me, boom, being able to accomplish things you set out, but also help people. Because if you ain't help people, like, think about it. Everybody we know through the history books, that go down in history have helped someone along the way. So for me, I'm like you, bro. Success to me would be doing what makes you happy. At the end of the day, happiness.
Yeah. And I think a lot of times that's, we get lost in that. Mm-hmm. We forget that it's, happiness is a choice.
Happiness is a choice.
Happiness is a choice. And it's all a choice that we all have. Mm-hmm. We work these jobs, we work these 9 to 5s, yes, to pay our bills, but what about our dreams? Mm-hmm. I know a lot of people who say, hey, I worked for this company for 30 years and, times have changed. They don't have pensions like that no more. So you get a retirement, you may not get a check from that company after 30 years. Yep. So now what?
Yep. And then most of the people that work these companies for 30 years, it's a job that they can tolerate, bro. That they kind of want to do.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's cool if you tolerate it. That's all you see for your life. But at the same time, it's like, why would you spend 30 years building somebody else's dream when you can spend the same 30 building your own? And if you don't make it, guess what? You probably a lot closer than you would have been.
Right. And I'm with you on that because even right now, we're both following our set goals and, passions, right? And it's like, at the end of the day, whether this goes viral or not, whether we, that mixtape hits some streams or this video gets views that y'all put online, the success is that you went out and did it because you removed the doubt in the back of your head, you know what I'm saying? And you went out and you did it, bro. And nobody can take that from you. Nobody can take away what you did.
Absolutely.
You feel me? If a tree falls in the forest and nobody's around to hear it, did it make a sound?
I mean, we'll let the viewers answer that.
That's right. But I'm gonna say this: who chopped the tree down?
I don't know.
Nobody knows, right?
Nobody knows.
But somebody chopped that tree down.
Maybe it was over.
Maybe it just fell. Who knows? You make a good point, bro. Yeah, man. But we joke all the time. But yeah, man. So we talking about success. What are your keys? Like, what are some key elements to success?
Ooh. I'm gonna try to keep them to the one word answers. So definitely consistency.
We're gonna put that up there. Consistency.
You got to be consistent. You have to be able to see it all the way through. That's a rabbit hole. That's a rabbit hole I can go down, but it's just being consistent, just being willing to go and do the same thing every day, regardless of how redundant it may seem.
Exactly.
Every day you're getting closer.
So for the people out here, like for the kids or who maybe we know adults watch this too, but we're grown ass kids, so let's just think that. The thing is for the people who aren't consistent, what are ways that can help them become consistent, and why do you think they're not consistent?
Ooh. All right, so I'm gonna deal with the first one first.
Okay.
I feel like a pastor.
Preach it.
So, ways that you can become more consistent.
Mm-hmm.
Make your bed.
I needed to hear that one.
Start there.
Right.
It's the small things. We hear it all the time, but I think it goes through one ear and not the other.
Now, what if you don't have a bed? You make your pallet?
Yeah, whatever you got. Shoot, zip up your jacket.
That's right. Put the jacket on.
Be consistent.
Be consistent.
Just pick up. Just identify what things that you aren't consistent with.
Mm-hmm.
Like, even if it's eating breakfast. If you don't eat breakfast, just try to be consistent. Just eat something.
That's right.
In a certain time frame, or just make it a habit. Start building better habits.
Start building better habits. So start with the smallest thing that you're not consistent with that we like. Like you're right. A lot of people get up, they don't make the bed. Some people don't clean up behind themselves. Like me, I'm always late to work sometimes, but who wants to be at work? But that's still a consistent thing. If you show up on time every day, early, then
right.
You'll get more money on your hours, and then you can't be mad at the check. So consistency. That's a way to stay consistent. Make up the bed. Do the things that you don't want to do.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And yeah, for the second question was, why do you think some people aren't consistent?
Ooh, well, there's a couple of things I could say, but the biggest thing I'll say is, especially when we start talking about going back to the journey,
mm-hmm.
when people are going through their journey, they get hit with obstacles, or they hit the brick wall, so to speak, and they lose their momentum.
Mm.
But the thing is, you can't let that discourage you. If your dream is strong enough, or if your why is strong enough, no obstacle can stop you.
Come on, man.
So with that being said, it's like you have to be able to have perseverance. That's another word, by the way.
Perseverance.
You got to be able to have perseverance.
Put that right there.
To be able to withstand whatever comes your way. I mean, I'm sure there was a lot of struggles that we've had, even getting to this point, even today.
Yes.
But the fact of the matter is, we still here. We still made it happen.
Mm-hmm.
Regardless of what may come up or what may have happened, we still made it happen.
Perseverance. Consistency. Come on, man.
So, and then you also have to have a certain level of organization. Yeah. And that was a huge one for me.
Mm-hmm.
Just learning how to be, number one, understanding what organization is,
mm-hmm.
and then also learning how to be organized. Two different things. Because you can understand what organization is. Like, you can see the girl, like back when we were in high school, you can see the girl beside you with all the sticky notes, but it don't make sense to you.
With the girls that draw with the bubbly letters.
Yeah.
But you're right. Her organization may not be my organization.
Absolutely.
Wow.
So that, her or that whole organization thing is specific to you.
Mm-hmm.
Because you have to say, okay, what are my strengths, what are my weaknesses? What will help improve me, or what makes sense to me?
Mm-hmm.
I ask myself that all the time.
Mm-hmm.
What makes sense to me? And then once it makes sense to me, okay, I can run with it. If I can't speak Spanish and we having a conversation,
mm-hmm.
what we doing?
All right. What are we saying? All right, you're right.
Because I can't understand you, and you may not be able to understand me.
That's right.
We looking like we talking, but we having two different conversations.
Right.
So with that being said, it's like, okay,
mm-hmm.
where do you take that?
Mm-hmm.
Like, what's the next step?
Organization. That was a great one. We're not even gonna edit this one out. It's a long story, but it'd be on people. But anyways, so he talked about organization, consistency, and perseverance. You know what I'm saying? So you just gotta stay consistent, or you gotta stay organized. You gotta always have the one up. You gotta be prepared. You gotta know what you're getting yourself into. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of this, we will tell you why. We'll keep it hot because this is a dream. So honestly, this is our dream. We're here to do what we had to do. That was just a couple of people right there. These were just black Karens. You know what I'm saying? It'd be your own people, man. We just doing a podcast in here. Your own people come here, try to stop me, bro. They just heard it. They said, "Where y'all from? Y'all stay here." Da, da, da. It's like we're not selling drugs. We're not even doing nothing legal. All we're doing is shooting a podcast, something positive for the people. People try to stop it because you gotta understand. People never like to watch from the sidelines. You can come on and you can be a part of the team. Instead of that, our own people want to tear somebody down who can possibly set you free from, your situation. You know what I'm saying? So just let that just be something to dwell on. You know what I'm saying? Consistency is everything, bro. You just gotta stay consistent, you gotta stay organized, and you gotta know what you're doing, And we definitely gonna keep this. I feel like this was the perfect episode for people to learn, you know what I'm saying? D, I just want you to tell the people what you do, what are some of your dreams, some of your aspirations and your passions.
Whew, man. It's a long list. So me personally, right now I'm a graphic designer. I'm a consultant. So I help people build their business, develop their business. Even if you don't have a business, if you just have an idea, we sit down, we'll talk one-on-one, figure out, actionable steps, what we need to do to get you to where you want to be. So whatever that may look like. And Laron will tell you, we've had multiple conversations. This is just the first one we've filmed.
Yes.
We talk about this all the time. So it's just the fact of being understanding your goal, understanding your why, because your why is important. You have to understand, you can do all these things, but it's if you don't know why, then you just kind of, as one of my friends say, you're just pissing in the wind.
That's
just
right.
moving along with the breeze. Right? So that's one of my biggest things. Envision Designs by DT, so look that up.
That's right. We're gonna drop all our links for all of our socials in the bio on our YouTube, and we're gonna put it right here for y'all to see in the video too.
Absolutely. So Envision Designs by DT, PF Clothing, that's a clothing brand. Laron will tell you a little bit more about some other things we have going on.
Definitely.
So we got that. Shout out to Market Hill Media. Shout out to Beyond Your Means Productions.
Yes.
A lot of good things, a lot of good people. But yeah.
And these are North Carolina brands.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it's you're in North Carolina and you're not supporting a North Carolina brand, then are you in North Carolina? You know what I'm saying?
It doesn't feel like it.
You feel me? And look, and I'm gonna tell y'all something real because I'm happy that all this happened, man. It's easier to hate than it is to love. I told somebody it's easier for you to believe me if I told you F you than it was if I said I love you. And I don't have to know you to love you. I don't have to know you to support you, right? It'll be the people that know you that won't support you, right? And sometimes it'll be people that don't know you that won't support you. But before that, it'll be the people that... So basically, we're living in a time where the frequency is so off by the things we're eating, by the things we're drinking, by the things we're seeing, the things we're reading, because even the things you see, you absorb. So... it's that hate demon is real right now.
Absolutely. Because
some people are getting on social media just to see people fail. So I'm trying to show y'all to be a vessel to fight that inner demon, you know what I'm saying? Which I believe comes from a thing of self-hate. I think everything comes from hate of self or trauma of something that you haven't faced within yourself and we project. So a lot of 2023 is the year of projection. People are projecting their fears. People are projecting their hate. People are projecting their self-hatred. So let's flip all of that and change things, man, especially within our community, man, for real. Yeah. Forget everything you was taught growing up. If you don't want to, you know what I'm saying? Read, bro. It's just, you'll be surprised. Everything you know is a lie. And, it's usually when you say things like this, people think you're crazy or you're conspiracists. But, we're living in a time like that, man. And if I'm going to do a podcast, I gotta be myself. If I'm gonna do the podcast, I gotta know what I signed up for and what my purpose was to do. And thank you again, bro. You know what I'm saying? For real.
And in the age that we live in, bro, information is so accessible.
It is.
At this point, if you don't know something, you're just lazy.
Oh God.
And anybody that knows me for real outside the podcast will tell you I'm brutally honest.
That's right.
So I would be wrong if I got up here and did anything different.
Right.
So if you don't know something, or if you want to know something, all the information is out there. You just have to take the time to really look at it and understand it.
That's right.
Because information is free. Most of it at this point.
Free.
If anything you want to learn, you can learn it. Most people say it takes 48 hours. If you really study something for 48 hours, you probably know more than a lot of these professionals, a lot of these gurus.
That's right. YouTube University, you don't know something, go on YouTube. The video probably about 30, 40 minutes. Yeah. And you're going to learn something. You know what I mean? How to change the oil, just stuff like this that we weren't taught growing up. Some of us won't, so we got to do this. Like you said, we're living in the age of information, but it's so easily accessible. People just don't want information. They want to give it to them just like everything else.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Growing up for us, being 90s babies and stuff like that, man, we had the encyclopedias and we had the textbooks. Now everything's online. And it's now that everything's online, it's just the newer generation, and it's they feel entitled because they have everything. But for us, it's we're still on that search to come out here and get it. We seeing people older than us doing podcasts and doing stuff and still trying to learn how to do. They haven't stopped learning. You feel me?
Absolutely.
And it brings back this. So since, this is a time of us doing this, it's funny you said, know what you're doing, stay consistent, stay organized and all that it just circles back to why we started this. Right. And he said, know why you're doing what you're doing. Don't just do something. Know why you have what you're doing, whatever it is. And it's like, for this, we told y'all what our purpose for this was in the beginning. We said we just want to show a platform. It's called The Possible Podcast because we want to let you know anything is possible, even when you think it's not. And even if you're doing something so small, like right now we're doing this. Like we may be in a small vicinity, but you got to think about it. If I take an ant and put it on the table, this going to look big to him. You know what I'm saying? And that's some Kevin Gates shit. But, so.
Shout out Kevin Gates.
Shout out Kevin Gates. So what you think is small, and we hope we're going to have him on the podcast one day. For real, I'm manifesting this. So, you feel me?
We need Kevin.
Yeah.
Big old fella.
Big fella. So what you is with the fellas. So when you think something is this small, man, it's big to somebody, bro. You don't know who is inspiring, bro. And I didn't mean to pull a Kanye West just now when y'all saw me on camera. I apologize. So shout out.
Man, crazy, I promise.
Yeah, I swear. I'm saying, I'm just tired. But TIDE, I'm tired. But I just want to say shout out Darrius, man. I got a brand, Planet PBJ. So we talked about brands. So Darrius does design. He's very good at graphic design. He's very good at organization. He's very good at marketing and just bringing ideas to life. He helped and he helped my friend. You know what I'm saying? He was trying to start his brand and stuff, and we pulled him in. So he's getting that started. But you got to start somewhere. Mm-hmm. So we definitely will say thank y'all for your time. I would love for it to be longer, but don't worry, man. We're not going nowhere. You know what I'm saying? And even when we do go somewhere, we still ain't going nowhere. So So once again,
tell them what you got, bro. Tell them about Planet PBJ.
So yeah, man, basically with Planet PBJ, I'm gonna keep it short for y'all. Planet PBJ, man, since I was little, I've been eating peanut butter and jellies, man. I've worked so many fast food jobs, McDonald's, the list goes on, bro, and I love food. So food and art, you can attest to loving food. Yeah, food and art. Yeah, it goes hand in hand. But see, the thing is, just like him, it's a part of the culture. It's bigger than us. Because growing up, when you had to eat in the house, what your mama tell you to make? PB&J, and so it just goes back around to the culture, man. I wanted to figure out, like he said, you got to know what you're doing and why you're doing it. So I wanted to figure out, like, if I was going to be a part of something, how can I fit into it? Like, if you're going to be a rapper, what is going to make you that rapper out of all these rappers? You can rap about trapping, but think about all the rappers that rap about trapping. You can rap about geometry, bro. Be the first math rapper. Be out here putting, rap about equations and solving them in the same bars. Like, that's you. That puts you in your own little lane. You know what I'm saying? Nobody can ball like Kyrie Irving, right? Sure. Nobody can ball like Westbrook. So Planet PBJ for me is not just for me, but it's for everybody else. I want everybody to feel like themselves, but at the same time be a part of a brand. Just like you got the NBA, but you got every signature player but balls differently. So I may like strawberry peanut butter and jelly. He may like, right now he's busting down the apple, peanut butter and jelly. So that's what makes us different. We both share that same passion for peanut butter and jellies, but he likes a different jelly. And that's what makes us great. So we can all be special, but great at the same time, which brings us back to making this podcast. It's crazy. So, we're going to also put the link, the Instagram in there. So yeah, this man, we got to. So
make sure you leave that out too.
Yeah, man. So Darrius helped me design this one, man. We also got the black one, but me and Darrius did our first design. This is one of many. We're doing way more. Get you a shirt, bro. If you want to support the podcast, if you support what we're doing, if you got a dream, support. If you're from North Carolina, support. You know what I'm saying? We want this to be a big thing because this brand isn't for me. This brand is for after I die. You know what I'm saying? His brand is for after he dies. His brand helped my brand to help other brands. Do you get what I'm saying? So it's once again, who are you if you never helped anybody else in the history books? You know what I'm saying? Like anybody can get money, but are you helping somebody with that money to achieve their dreams? So yeah, man, Planet PBJ. So this drop was we did mint green, we got white, we got mint green. Once again, we're gonna put the Instagram. We got Instagram. We do have a TikTok. My TikTok is at Laron the Sandwich Artist. Instagram is at Planet PBJ1. I do art as well, so we'll be posting our art online too. Website on the way. Website coming soon. More merch coming soon. More colorways, more ideas. We might even try to do like a little mini cartoon. Maybe that'll be something that we can do. But more art on the way. And yeah, man, we just out here. We ride around and getting it. You know what I'm saying? It's mine. Man, I spend it. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to the white G Fazos, man. Whenever there's some white G Fazos in the room, bro. Like, it just increases the intensity, you know what I'm saying, of the vibe and the culture, man.
You know how it goes. But be cautious if you see the black ones.
Right, but yeah, when you see them black G Fazos, tuck your wallets. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Tuck your wallets and your credit cards and everything. And I definitely want to turn around because I got to do this for D, man. So he designed this, man. Like, I went and I drew it. He designed it. He brought it to life. The colorways, the ideas, everything, man. So shouts out to this man for real. And we're gonna lock in. So if y'all want to be a part of this podcast, DM us, comment on the video, or whatever y'all want to do. And we would love to have special guests. We would love to have people coming in and talking. I don't care if you're a tech person, you sales person, you working for Verizon. I don't know about Verizon. I don't know about these different things.
I'm with T-Mobile.
Yeah.
It's not sponsored, by the way.
Right.
Maybe one day.
Right. But we will get some sponsors. If y'all want us to sponsor, y'all want us to put ads in here, you know what I'm saying, and things like that, we can definitely do sponsors. We can definitely do ads. We're not discriminating against anything. This is an open place for us to do everything. We plan on having more guests. We plan on getting in, in different rooms and having these discussions, bro. Thank you for your time. If you're smoking weed, roll another one. You know what I'm saying? Pour another shot.
Drink responsibly, though.
Yes, drink responsibly. Don't drink and drive. Once again, shout out to North Carolina. Shout out to the culture. Shout out to the people who appreciate the culture. Shout out to all the other communities too, man. And any last words, brother?
Hey, look, man. Anything that you want to do, put your mind to it. Chase it. Be consistent.
That's it, man. Anything you want to do, put your mind to it. Consistency, perseverance, organization, you know what I'm saying, and happiness. Because time is money, but money is time, you know what I'm saying?
And time is the most valuable asset we have.
Time is the most valuable asset.
And guess what? Once it's spent, you ain't getting that back.
And that's the bee's knees. That's the bee's knees. Y'all heard it, man. Also, we're gonna start, introducing other things to the podcast. But y'all see that on the way, man. Look, can't give it all. I gotta get to work, man. Because once again, man, you know what I'm saying? Gotta pay the bills, but live out your dreams, bro.
Absolutely.
I love you, man. You know what I'm saying? See you on this next episode. Catch y'all, man. Caw-caw.